Good morning to everyone. Today I will explain the topic for springs. Okay, now second BTech second semester for the subject strength of materials 2, lecture 16. What are the types of springs? What are the what are the example problems for springs? Now explain in this class. Springs. What is spring? These springs are mainly used for automobiles, different types of springs. Okay, springs are the elastic bodies which absorb energy due to releaseness. The absorbed energy may be released as when required. A spring which is capable of absorbing the greatest amount of energy for the given stress without getting distorted, dis- permanently distorted is known as the best spring. Okay. Oh, mainly the concept of spring you have to absorbing energy. That means uh, some energy maybe required. You have to release it, absorbing and release it. Okay, these are the two types of springs. Very two important types of springs. First one, laminated or a leaf spring. Another one, helical spring. The two types of spring. These springs are used for automobiles. Okay, our vehicles have to use this type of springs. First, I will explain the first type, laminated or a leaf spring. The laminated springs are used to absorb shocks in railway, wagons, and coaches, uh, and road vehicles. Okay, such as cars, lorries, etc. Okay, this spring railways also used wagons. Okay, and uh, coaches and road vehicles such as lorries uh, and that means cars. Okay, you have to use this type of leaf spring. The shape of spring is the leaf. Okay, I have to speak into uh, it is known as a leaf spring. Okay, leaf spring. Okay, wagons means that means a travel of materials from coal, just like coal, another steel material. They have to transport the railways. That is called wagons. Okay, that's the type of this type of listing you have to use for railway vehicles, railways. Okay, uh, especially road vehicles such as cars and lorries. I have to use this type of things. As shown in figure W, they have to just like shape of the springs. This is the length of the spring, and I have this is the load for acting W. Half of the load you have to transfer to both sides. This is the length of the spring and the deflection of the spring. The delta. This is the W. They have to load absorbing energy. Okay, now I shown figure this figure laminated spring which consists of a number of parallel strips. These are the strips, number of parallel strips, one, two, three. These are the number of four, total is four strips. Okay, of a metal having different lengths and the same width, placed one over the other. Initially, all the plates are bent to the same radius and are free to slide one over to other. As shown, figure 16.11 shows the initial position of the spring which is having some central deflection. Having for central deflect, this is central deflection. The spring rests on the axis of the vehicle, and its top plate is pinned at the ends to the uh, changes of the vehicles. Changes of the vehicles. Okay. Uh, the spring rests on the axis of the vehicle. Okay. Now the spring have to rest on the axis of the vehicle. Next, when the spring is loaded to the designed load W, capital W, all the plates become flat. This is type of plates you have to just like flat, curved flat. Okay, become flat and the central deflection delta disappears. Let small b equal to width of the each plate, n equal to number of plates, L equal to span of spring, and sigma equal to maximum bending stress developed in the plates. Have to calculate the bending stress for sigma. Let T equal to thickness of each plate, and W equal to point load acting at the center of the spring. W equal to point load acting center of the spring. Spring, this is the center of the spring, and delta equal to original deflection of the top spring. This is the original deflection of top spring. Okay, now expression for maximum bending stress. You have to derive the formula expression for maximum bending stress developed in the plate. The load W acting on the center of the lowermost plate will be shared equal to on two ends of the top plate as shown figure 16.11. You have to share the load two sides of the load. Some half of the load this left side and half of the load right side. You have to distribute it. Bending moment at the center equal to load at one end. Bending moment at center equal to this is the bending moment at center that equal load at one end. That means half of the length you have to take in L by 2 and bend moment equal to L by W by 2 half of the load into L by 2. Finally, WL by 4. This is the bending moment of spring for leaf spring or laminated spring. Okay, next we go to the moment of inertia of each plate. See the plate, the moment of inertia, that is symbol I. This is the rectangular shape. We have to the moment of inertia formula, width of the plate and thickness of the plate divided by 12, BD cube by 12. That is the moment of inertia of the plate, each plate. Next, go to the relation among bending stress, sigma, bending moment capital M, and moment of inertia capital I is given by the equation M by equal to sigma by Y. M equal to sigma by Y into I. Have to substitute these values. Y equal to T by 2. Half of the center to center oil distance for thickness by 2. Y equal to T by 2. Here y equal to T by 2 have to take in. You have to substitute this equation. Total resisting moment by n plates. To number of plates to say n plates. Uh, M equal to finally sigma into BD square by 6. Have to take in number of n plates and the resisting moment n into capital M. You know the m value, n into m value sigma into BT square by 6. Final equation 2, have to say equation 2. This is the equation 1, bending moment WL by 4. This is the equation 1. And uh, n into sigma, this is the resisting moment, n into sigma BT square by 6. This is equation 2. As the maximum bending moment due to load is equal to the total resisting moment, the maximum bending moment due to load is equal to the total resisting moment. Therefore, equating the both equation 1 and 2, first equation WL by 4 and the second equation N into sigma BD square by 6, you have to equating both equations. Finally, got the sigma value for bending stress of the leaf spring, that equal sigma equal to finally got the formula 6 W into small l divided 4 into N into BD square, that equal to simplifying the formula sigma equal to 3 WL by 2N BT square. This is the equation 16.22. Okay. This is the expression for maximum bending stress developed in the plate. Okay, maximum bending stress developed in the plate. That is the equation 16.22. Equation 16.22, that means the above equation gives the maximum stress developed in the plate of the spring. Expression for central deflection of the leaf spring. Okay, you have to calculate for central deflection. Okay, see the diagram 16.12. This is the shape of the leaf spring. This is the center of the interline. Okay, this is the length of the spring. This is the deflection of the spring. This is the O. I have to some radius. I have to take in capital R. Okay, now this is the radius. R minus deflection. This is the deflection. This is the total R. I have to this value R minus deflection. I have to got the this value O to C. Now expression for central deflection of the leaf spring. I have to see the diagram. This diagram for figure 16.12. Now uh, now R equal to radius of the plate to which they are bent from triangle ACO. From triangle ACO of figure 16.12, we have AO square. You have to take in triangle. See the diagram for 16.12. This is the triangle ACO. ACO have to take in triangle. Apply Pythagoras theorem. Uh, that means hypotenuse whole square equal to side square plus side square. You have to use the formula. I have to calculating the deflection. Now have to this triangle I have to take in. This is the radius capital R. Now this is the half of the distance L by 2. Length of this spring, half of the distance you have to take in. Now AO square, that means radius capital R. Substitute R square. AC square means that means L by 2 whole square plus CO square means R minus delta whole square. Finally, simplifying this equation, L square by 4 plus R square A plus B A minus B whole square A square plus B square minus 2AB. You have to substitute this equation formula. Neglecting, see the L square by 4 plus R square minus 2R delta. Neglecting delta square, which is a small quantity. Okay, you have to neglecting delta value. You have to take in small quantity. That means I have to neglecting that removing delta square. Finally, L square by 4 plus R square minus 2R delta. Okay, neglecting delta square, which is a small quantity. Removing for delta square. Finally, L square by 4 plus R square minus 2R delta. 2R delta equal to L square by 4. Final delta equal to L square by 4 into 2 into R. Final L square by 8R. Okay, this is the equation 3 for deflection calculating. Now, but the relation between bending stress and modulus of velocity and radius of curvature R is given by in this section. The relations you have to take in bending stress and the modulus of velocity and the radius of curvature capital R. You have to take in the formula sigma by y equal to capital E by R. Final R equal to E capital E to y into sigma. That equal to I have to take in uh, E capital E into T by 2 sigma. I have to got the here y replace the T by 2. So substituting y equal to T by 2. Finally got the R equal to E into T into 2 sigma. Okay, this is the equation, got the R value. Substituting these values of R in equation 3, we get, the R value, I have to substitute in this equation 3 here. For equation 3 equal to delta equal L square by 4 into 2R equal to, that means final equation L square by 8R. The R value you have to substitute this equation 3. Finally got the value L square by 8 into 2 sigma by L square into 2 sigma by 8 E into capital E into small t. Finally, deflection equal to sigma L square by 4ET. That is the formula for leaf spring. We have to calculating the deflection for leaf spring. Okay, calculating the leaf spring, I have to write the formula delta equal to sigma into L square by 4ET. Okay, now go to the example problem in this leaf spring. I have to calculating the deflection or bending stress. Okay, now this is the equation 16.23 for calculating the deflection in springs. Now problem 16.33 I will explain now. A leaf spring carries a central load of 3000 newtons. The leaf spring is to be um, made up of made of 10 steel plates, 5 centimeters wide, uh, and 6 mm thick. If the bending stress is limited 150 Newton per mm square, determine length of the spring and deflection at the center of the spring. Okay, now we have right data and what is calculating, what is the formula will be used. We have to write first given data in this problem. Now leaf spring, again I will read the problem. A leaf spring carries a central load of 3000 newtons. The leaf spring is to be made of 10 steel plates, okay, 5 centimeters wide and 6 mm thick. If the bending stress is limited to 150 Newton per mm square, we have determined length of the spring and deflection at the center of the spring. The two parameters we have to calculate. Take capital E equal to uh, 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. That is the Young's modulus of steel. Okay, now modulus of elasticity of steel. 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. That is the capital E. Now write data. Center load capital W 3000 newtons. Number of steel plates also is given. N equal to small n equal to 10. Width of each plate 5 centimeters. The convert to mm 50 mm and uh, 6 mm thick. 6 mm thick. Thickness of the plate 6 mm and bending stress sigma 150 Newton per mm square. And modulus of velocity capital E equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. That is the data I have to given. Now we will calculate length of the spring and deflection of and the center of spring. Okay, now using the equation 16.22. Now you know the value of sigma bending stress formula. We have to substitute 16.22 the equation. This is the bending stress formula sigma equal to 3WL by 2N BT square. This formula I have to use to calculating the length of the spring. You know the sigma value and W value, small n value, B value, T value. You have calculated L value, length of the spring. Finally, substitute sigma equal to 150, 3 into W into 3000 into L. This is the unknown value, L. Divided by 2 into n 10, b equal to 50 and t equal to 6. T square means 6 square. Finally, L equal to 150 into 2 into 10 into 50 into 6 square divided by 3 into 3000. Finally, uh, L equal to 600 mm, length of the spring, length of the leaf spring. Okay, L equal to 600 mm. Okay, now calculating deflection formula for equation 16.23. He also here this equation delta equal to sigma into L square by 4ET. Have to use the formula sigma equal to delta equal to sigma into L square by 480, that equal to 150 into 600 square by 4 into 2 into 10 to the power of 5 into 6. That equal to, I have to substitute this equation, sigma equal to, the value 150, L value also calculating for 600 mm, I have to substitute, and 4 into, the value capital E, 2 into 10 to the power of 5, T thickness of the plate 6, finally 11.25 mm, that is the deflection of the spring. These two parameters have to calculate it. Okay, this is an example problem. So I have to calculate the length of the spring and the deflection of the spring for a laminated spring or leaf spring. Okay, another example problem, 16.34. Now read the problem. I will explain. A laminated spring or leaf spring 1 meter long is made up of plates each 5 centimeter wide and 1 centimeter thick. If the bending stress in the plate is limited to 100 Newton per mm square, how many plates would be required to enable the spring to carry a, a central point load of 2 kilonewtons? Okay, if capital E equal to 2.1 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square, what is the deflection under the load? Okay, this is the problem. Now we have to calculate number of plates have to require, and deflection also you have to calculate. Now you write the given data first. Length of the spring also is given 1 meter. You have to convert the mm 1 into 1000. That means 1000 mm length of the spring, and width of each plate also is given b equal to 5 centimeters. Convert to mm. 5 into 10, 50 mm. Okay. And the thickness of each plate T also is given 1 centimeter. That means converts to mm. 1 into 10, that means 10 mm. Bending stress also is given, sigma equal to 100 Newton per mm square. Center load on spring W also is given 2 kilonewtons. It converts the newtons. 2 into 1000, 2000 newtons. Young's modulus also is given. Capital E equal to 2.1 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. Let n equal to number of plates, and sigma equal delta equal to deflection under the load. The two parameters have to calculating in this problem. Okay, now go to what equation is using. Using for 16.22 same equation, bending stress sigma equal to 3 capital W L by 2n bt square. We have to substitute this equation. Sigma value 100, 3 into W 2000, and L equal to 1000. 2 into 50 into 10 square. T square means 10 square. Now unknown value is small and you have to calculate. Now n equal to 3 into 2000 into 1000 divided by 100 into 2 into 50 into 100. Finally, n value 6. Okay, deflection under load using the equation 16.23. To calculate the deflection formula, sigma L square by 4E into small t. That equal to finally 100, sigma equal to 100 and L equal to 1000. 4 into x modulus of velocity 2.1 into 10 to the power of 5 into thickness of plate T. 10, that equal, we have to calculate deflection of so delta equal to 11.9 mm. Okay, this is the calculating for leaf spring equations and example problems. Okay, see mainly the two equations you have to using calculating the problems. Okay, laminated spring now completed. These springs are used for lorries and cars on the railways, wagons and coaches have to use in laminated springs. Um, Now, next I will explain helical springs. Second one, helical springs. This see the diagram for helical spring. Helical spring in Uh, Helical springs are the thick spring wires coiled into a helix. There are two types. See, helical springs, again two types: closed coiled helical springs and open coiled helical springs. See the diagram figure 16.13. Okay, two springs are there. Two types of springs for helical spring: closed coiled helical spring and open coiled helical spring. These are the two types of springs. Now I will explain closed coil helical spring. Okay, close. See the diagram first. Now see this P and diameter spring and radius capital and load W. Now first type closed coiled helical spring. Closed coiled helical springs are the springs in which helix angle is very small, or in other words, the pitch between two adjacent turns is small. A closed coil helical springs carrying an axial load as shown figure. This is axial load as the helix angle in case of a closed coil helical springs are small. Hence the bending effect on the spring is ignored, and we assume that the coils of a closed coil helical springs are to stand purely torsional stresses. Okay, torsional stresses. This ignored for bending effect. Okay, in this helical springs for not uh, for see helical spring purely torsional stresses. Expression for maximum shear stress induced in wires. Uh, Figure 16.3 shows closed coil helical spring subjected to an axial load. How to derive this one? Uh, Now let small d equal to diameter of spring wire, p equal to pitch of the helical spring, and n equal to number of coils, r equal to mean radius of spring coil, w equal to axial load of on spring, c equal to modulus of rigidity, and tau equal to maximum shear stress induced in the wire, theta equal to angle of twist in the spring wire. Okay, another one, delta is deflection of spring due to axial load, L equal to length of the wire. Okay, the derivation part for closed coil helical spring, the parameters are small d, small p, small n, capital R, capital W, capital C, tau, and delta, theta, delta, and small l. Okay, these are the parameters I have to using for a closed coil helical spring. Uh, the definition of closed coil helical spring, um, distance between the adjacent sides, that means the pitch is small, that is called closed coil helical spring, and this is the main concept. And Okay, this is the angle also small. Okay, angle, some this angle also small, that is called closed coil helical spring. Next, the expression for maximum shear stress induced in wire. Shear stress expression I have to calculate now. Small d equal to diameter of the spring wire, and p equal to pitch of the helical spring, and small n equal to number of coils, And capital R equal to mean radius of spring coil, W equal to axial load on spring, capital C equal to modulus of uh, rigidity. Okay, now these springs are used in engines and different types of this type of springs engines, automobiles also use. Okay, now twisting moment on the wire, capital T, W into R. This is the load into radius. Axial load into radius, that is the twisting moment. Okay, moment means force into distance. Capital T equal to load into distance, distance capital R, radius. But twisting moment is also given by capital T equal to pi by 16 and tau into dq. For circular shaft or a circular, you have to take in twisting moment. Circular shaft capital T equal to pi by 16 tau into d cube. Already last class I will explain for the shafts. Equating these two equations, we got the shear stress tau equal to 16 W into capital R by pi d cube. This is the shear stress equation. Tau equal to shear stress. The expression for maximum shear stress induced in wire. Okay, shear stress you have to calculate using this formula 16 into W capital W into capital R divided by pi d cube. Okay, now this is the equation 16.24. Have to calculate the shear stress in the spring wire. We equate this formula I have to use. And equation 16.24 gives the maximum shear stress induced in the wire. This is the maximum shear stress formula tau equal to 16W into R divided by pi d cube. Okay, next expression for deflection of spring. You have to calculate the deflection using this expression. Now, length of one coil that equal to pi d or 2 pi r. You have to take in one coil, the length of the one coil 2 pi r. Therefore, total length of the wire that equal to length of one coil into number of coils. Or L equal to 2 pi r into small n. Okay. As the every section of the wire is subjected to torsion, hence the strain energy stored by the spring due to torsion is given by equation 16.20. Okay, torsion equation already explained in last class. Okay, 16.20 last class I will explain torsion equation for see this expression. Last class I will explain for torsion. You have to strain energy stored by the spring U equal to tau square by 4c into volume. Tau square by 4c into volume. You know the value tau, we have to substitute. Finally, volume pi d square into pi r area into length. I have to substitute this equation. See, yeah, energy stored by the spring U equal tau square by 4c into volume. Tau square by 4c into volume. Tau square tau value 16W r by pi d cube by whole square into 1 by the 4c into volume formula area into length. You have to length L equal to 2 pi r and area of the diameter for pi by 4 d square. Finally, this therefore tau equal to 16W r by pi d cube and volume equal to pi d square in total length of the wire. Finally, derive 32 W square by W square R square divided by CD to the power 4 into Rn that equal to finally 32 WL square, sorry, 32 W square R cube into N divided by CD to the power 4. That is the equation 16.25. Expression for deflection of spring have to calculate work done on the spring that equal to average load into deflection. Average load of the load into deflection, that is the work done on the spring. Equating the work done on spring to the energy stored, we get finally this is the work done on the spring capital U of the load into deflection. You have to equate both the equations. You have to equating. Finally, deflection equal to 64 W R cube N by CD to the power 4. This is the closed coil helical spring deflection formula. Finally, delta equal to 16.4 W R cube N divided by C d to the power 4. This formula you have to use calculating the deflection for closed coil helical spring. Next expression for stiffness of spring. Okay, now the stiffness of spring is equal to load per unit deflection. That means W by deflection. That is the formula for a stiffness of spring. You have to calculate the stiffness of spring. Finally, W divided by 64, deflection formula 64 and W R cube by R cube N by C d power 4. You have to substitute. Finally, the equation 16.27, the stiffness of spring using the formula C d to the power 4 divided by 64 into R cube into N. This is the formula using for calculating the stiffness of spring. This is 16.26 equation to calculating the deflection of spring, closure coil helical spring. Okay, next another expression. Now I will explain for calculating shear stress for expression shear stress formula 16W into R divided by pi d cube. Okay, go to next example problems to calculate in this closure coil helical spring. Okay, next class I will explain these problems. Okay, and explain another one type, second type, open coil helical spring, the derivation and example problems. I will explain next class. The springs, uh, the springs completed. The unity 2 will be completed. Okay. See that next one. Next class I will explain. Uh, see next class I will explain example problems for closed coil helical spring, and explain open coil helical spring. Okay, thank you this opportunity.